to Nightly Nerds. I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger. Sorry.
And we're playing
Hollow Knight.
You're like 3, 2, 1, start.
Sorry. So Hollow Knight, very, very Dark Souls-esque game when, you know, Dark Souls was like
The thing.
and it still sorta is.
Oh, no, the new one just came out, right?
Sekiro.
Sekiro.
I want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
But it's, from what I've seen so far, it's Stealth Souls. So it's Dark Souls, but your aim is to be more stealthy than anything. All right.
This is like one of those beautifully stylized games.
This game is gorgeous.
Kind of has a limbo look to it.
No, it's it's just dark because it's like bugs underground.
In the hollow?
Yeah, in Hollow Nest. But it has like a high fantasy kind of story.
Ooh, interesting. And
And what's cool and all is like they're creating a they're actually working on one more free expansion for this that is essentially a brand new game. It's essentially Hollow Knight 2, but they're like doing it for free.
Interesting. So have you played Star Trek Ascendancy?
I have not.
The board game?
No.
For anyone out there who's interested in Star Trek or board games or both, it's I like that animation. It's a it's like a strategy explorer game where you pick a race. You can be like, you know, Klingon, Federation, Cardassian, Ferengi, and Romulan.
Yes, I want to be a Cardassian.
Those are the 5 where they have out right now. And I was the Ferengi this last time we played it, and I totally backdoored one and bought my victory. Like it got to a certain point, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go last this turn." Because there's a whole thing where you can bid on what order you're gonna go in and stuff based on your last turn and how much money you're willing to pay for it, or resources you're willing to pay. And I bid my resources to go last, claiming I was like, because I want to know where everyone's at, because like the Ferengi are all about trade and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure, like, I want to know where everyone has their colonies, so I know where to put my traders. And like, oh, that makes sense. And then like right as my turn was coming up, and it was Nick's turn. And he was playing Klingon.
Yeah.
He was too far away to get to me, so it was like I didn't care at that point. And then Sam looked over and he's like, "Oh wait, Larry's about to backdoor and buy his victory because you can. There's like multiple ways you can win, and one is like getting called Ascendancy, which is the name of the game.
Yeah.
And it's like basically you can your culture, and the Ferengi can buy culture.
Yeah.
So I was just like building up all these resources, and I just bought everything at the end and won.
Nice.
They were all fighting each other the whole time. I never got attacked the entire game.
Yeah. All right, so you know how in Dark Souls you have to like have Estus flask to drink and stuff, to heal up and whatnot. So in this game, they have a thing called Soul, which you get just by building up that little face meter up top, just by attacking things that would have soul, and then you can charge your soul up to heal your hearts back.
Nice.
So being combative is a good thing. Ah. And they're all bugs, so they make squishy sounds.
So you're like a little bug knight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they were bugs. Like you were a bug too. I just realized
you're
you
like
are a bug.
you're a little beetle.
Aww. So.
Love those little guys. And they give me over hearts. My favorite thing is I'll show you in a little moment. So it's like, yep, so it definitely drops you down. Ow!
Oh, right in the spikies.
So you know how like games will have like different tricks and whatnot, like that you'll learn later on in the game. So you can end up making your way through this, going this way, and it's like you would think it's like, oh, I need a double jump to get across that, or like a dash or something.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, like a pogo kind of thing?
Because you learn later on that you can...
Helps if you do it right.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Hollow Knight.
Tink, tink, tink. There you go.
But here's the beauty of it. I just took damage. Let me get some health back. And if you do that early enough, you get an item that you don't normally... item type that you wouldn't ever get later. I like that. I like those kind of little things, like if you've played before, you can use these tricks to get better.
So I had this thought enter my mind earlier, and it was when I first made that like sense when we were playing Gungeon.
Yep.
Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon.
And I was it was like years ago, but me, my brother, and my sister were in this church meeting, and like room full of people, and like very like everybody was like being very spiritual and like humble and reverent and things like that. But it was like an all-day thing we'd been in, like this event we had been to, like, and so there was a lot of food and stuff. And my brother's sitting next to me, and I just hear this.
He farted.
And it was like, my sister looked over because we both started laughing, couldn't stop. So people are like crying because they feel the spirit and stuff. My brother's in the corner just.
Is he just doing it with his mouth?
No.
He actually farted?
He was farting. And but the thing is, I can't even make it go that long when I make the sound. It was like 10 seconds of solid. He was trying not to fart. It was just squeezing out. And I remember the best part about it is he gets all the way done, right? And I'm sitting there looking at him like, what the? I was like, really, man? And he's just like, he doesn't like acknowledge that I'm looking at him. And then he looks at me, he's like, what? I'm like,
you
holy
farted.
Crap. My sister's like giggling next to me. And he's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, are you kidding me? We both heard it. It was so loud. You're lucky. Like, there's no one else near us at the time. We just kind of were onto the side, because if there was anyone in there, they would have heard it too. So it was hilarious. Yeah. It didn't stink though, so I guess he had that going for him. It wasn't a particularly smelly fart, you know. Like, it probably, I mean, it did stink, but it wasn't like really bad. It wasn't room clearing, but it was long. It was like a movie. You know? It would have been better if everybody stopped talking.
I just
looked at him and just.
Was me. So instead of bonfires in this game, it's benches. You take a rest at the bench, and then you can equip these charms that you wouldn't technically have at this point.
I bet you this day my brother would still deny it.
Yeah, well, honestly, knowing your brother, he'd deny a lot of things.
I think it's funny, like, I mean, obviously there's a time and place for relieving gas, but like, there's just all this weird thing where, like, we get so self-conscious about it. It's like, but we all fart. I have a friend whose parents claim they don't fart.
Yeah.
I remember him telling me, he was like, their family, they were like, yeah, we don't do that. I'm like, what? We don't fart. I'm like, what do you mean you don't fart? It's like, you know, it's rude. We don't do that. I was like, you never fart? Well, if you need to, you gotta go outside or the bathroom or something. I was like, so you never just like fart in your room or something? And like, no, well, we do, but we're not supposed to. I was like, so your parents never fart? He's like, yeah, they never fart. I'm like, they so too
He's so sad.
I was like, I've been in a room with them and I could smell it. I know they farted. It's so funny people get like that. They get so like people who will never admit they've shit their pants before.
I have twice.
Everybody has. There's no way you can't. There's no way you cannot have. I mean, what was the other day? I was watching these two guys and they were talking about it. One guy's like, "No, I've never done it." He's like, "You've ever had skid marks?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You shit your pants."
Technically, yeah.
Maybe not in that moment. You did earlier. You didn't clean up properly. You've never trusted a fart. I think it's funny that we get so self-conscious about that. I mean, obviously you don't want to be disgusting.
No, not at all.
But it's like sometimes, you know, like obviously just going around shitting your pants all the time, that's a problem. But I mean, like, you get sick. Sometimes, you know, there's nothing you can do. Sometimes you're in the car and you're like, oh crap, and I'm not going to make it anywhere in time.
Yeah, like I get a lot of close calls because
I'm on the freeway. I can't pull over and, you know, shit in the bushes right now. It's the middle of traffic. Ooh.
I get a lot of close calls because my digestive tract doesn't like just that teeny bit of too much oil in like food, like grease. Oh. And so it's just like, we're just gonna like make this a log flume for you.
Oh.
There we go.
Getting tricky on you, huh?
Yeah, I haven't touched Hollow Knight in a couple months. This thing stole my life for like a week.
There's a beauty to it, a dark beauty.
There is. Once we start meeting more characters, you're gonna love it. So we met like the only person that was in the town. And we're back to full. Okay.
It's also another one of those games where I have no idea how you know where to go.
I'm honestly trying to remember. I freaking love this guy.
Oh.
So, normally, there's no map. So what you do is you talk to this bro. I love the way they talk too. Come down here to explore the old beautiful ruins. Don't mind me. I have fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I am a cartographer by trade. I work on mapping the area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of the map?
Yes. Acquired a map.
Yep, and then Dirtmouth was the town up top. And that's our map.
Nice.
Now, we won't actually know where we are specifically until we find... I believe it's over this way.
Whoa, what was that?
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
If you could change your face.
If you could change your feet,
would ya? Don't worry, she's from the other studio.
That was so great, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
We're talking about Wreck-It Ralph spoilers.
I mean, that's really not a huge spoiler.
No, I know, but it's probably the best joke in the whole thing, I thought. I think it wasn't bad, but
I think it definitely didn't live up to the original Wreck-It Ralph.
oh no, not even close. Which is funny because the critics loved it, but I thought it was the audience didn't. I think the critics were wrong on that one. Like it was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as the critics were saying.
That's where I wanted to go.
I think it was just a couple of the jokes didn't quite land, the internet jokes, because like, yeah, that was like 5 years ago. That would have been funny. And then
Man, you could buy a whole lot of goggles.
Yeah, and it was a little too, I don't know, like they tried too hard at the beginning to get you back in Wreck-It Ralph mode.
Yeah.
They just jump right into the internet. That's what they were going to do. There's like just a couple of things.
I feel that the premise for going to the internet was a bit stretched.
Yeah, well, I gave them a reason. They could have just gone, right? Just to go and explore. They didn't need the whole plot device that sent them to the internet. It's
like
just the fact that they could go.
Yeah, or like he could have brought in a new system that had like internet high scores kind of dealio.
Yeah, or anything like that.
All right. So normally you get like a wall jump later on, but I want to see if I can. Hold on.
Oh yeah, use those.
Ah.
Nah.
I got a couple tries. One more.
Oh, look at you. All fancy over there. I'm like, nah. Yeah, come on, I got one more.
I believe this has something shiny in it for me.
Whoa. Hey, there is such a strange beauty to this.
Right? Like I said, it has that like dark, secreted Nim kind of feel.
Again, that movie scared me when I was a kid.
Oh, same here.
A lot of that stuff did, though.
No, come back.
My shiny.
Ah.
Oh, right into it. Did you ever watch, it was The Owl, I think, that really scared me too.
Oh, the owl really scared me too. You know what? Let's see if we can fight this thing.
Or the turtle in, different movie, but, oh, jeez. Swat.
Whoop.
Never ending story. God, there it is.
Never ending story.
Oh, jeez. Whoa! That was threading the needle, huh?
Oh, that hit me.
Right on you.
All right. So that happened.
You could have healed.
It takes you have to, you're stationary and it takes time to
Yeah.
heal.
I think you could have snuck one in there, though.
Probably could have.
Dirtmouth.
Oh yeah, so we can meet the cartographer's wife.
The cartographer's wife.
Yeah, she got a booty.
Oh, yep, she does. Bampanada.
So if we because what it is the cartographer will move around the map, and if we go to an area and we don't find him to buy his map, we have to come back to her.
Ah.
And she sells a bunch of stuff. Anyways, that'll do it for this episode.
All right, everybody, that'll end this episode of Nightly Nerds. As always, I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye. Hey, did you like that video?
Well, if you did, click the box on the right for another.
Click the box on the left for a playlist.
Of course, you could always just subscribe by clicking the link in the middle.
Come find us on social media.
There are links in the description below.
Don't be afraid to leave us a comment.
Thanks for watching. I'm Tote.
I'm Ginger. See you then.
Bye.